Hello, and welcome to the More Cheese Less Whiskers podcast. My name's Dean Jackson, and today we're talking with Edwin Carey from Texas. And Edwin runs boot camps, outdoor boot camps in Texas, in locations like schools or parks where people can come and work out outside in a group environment. And we had a really great conversation about how to get the word out, how to really increase the number of people that come to those to the boot camps, and really go through the gamut here of what can we do in the before unit, in the during unit, and in the after unit to market something like that. And we had a really great conversation, and some really great ideas came out of it. I think you're really going to enjoy this one, especially if you're in an area where what you do is particularly appealing to people within a 1 or 2 mile radius of where you are. That's going to be, you're going to get some good ideas that you can apply no matter what your business is. So enjoy this episode. Edwin Carey.
Good morning. How you doing, man?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Well, I'm very excited. It took a while, didn't it?
Yeah.
It's a long list to get on this show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Better late than never, though.
I'm glad we finally made it happen here. So,
yeah.
I've got everything. I got my little notebook here. I've got my bottle of water. I'm fully hydrated and ready to hatch some evil schemes.
Good job, man.
So,
hydrated.
Yeah, what's the? Let's maybe start with the Edwin Carey story and where we're gonna focus today.
So, I'm a trainer. I'm a personal trainer, and but the main thing I do is lead group workouts outdoors.
Okay.
I work for a company, so it's like I'm a franchise of the company, I guess. And so while we do a lot of like promos and stuff during the year, I'm just trying to learn how to better take advantage of times that we're not doing some kind of big promo, and just learning how to kind of, I guess, dominate the space that I'm in.
Okay.
And so that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about, because I listened to you guys on I Love Marketing, and I've read through the profit activators and stuff like that, and I was always getting stuck on number one, like defining my target market.
Mm-hmm.
Until one day I heard Joe say something about it doesn't necessarily have to be a type of person that you're looking for. It could be an area.
Right.
And that kind of made more sense to me.
Yes.
Because I'll see, who knows how many different types of people on a daily basis. And I'm like, should I be looking for them, or should I be, whatever.
Yeah.
But the whole region, the area part of it made more sense. So I'm just trying to learn different ways of how to take advantage of the spaces that I'm in.
Yes. Perfect. So I think that, if you have certain locations that you go and do the outdoor workouts, and that would be appealing to people who live within a tight radius of that, right? Is that what you're, okay.
Yeah, that's the way my thinking has shifted.
Yeah.
To not try to find a certain type of person, but try to get to as many people in that small space as I can.
Right. Okay. So how does that work right now? I mean, how do you stick with one location and you're doing it constantly, or do you do it for a 6-week period, and then it's do you do like a challenge type of thing, or is it an ongoing, always in the same location or locations?
It's always, I have about 5 locations or whatever. They're always going to be in the same spot, same times, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And how many people do you have that come?
Oh, it really depends. It depends on the location. It depends on the time of the day. It depends on the time of the year. Mm-hmm. It could be anywhere between maybe 10 up to 50 people at a particular workout.
Okay.
It really depends.
And is there a constraint on that? Like, is there a maximum kind of size where you would say this class is full?
Not really.
No.
Not really. And
Okay.
we're multiple trainers out in the area, and
Mm-hmm.
so as more trainers come on, that's more locations and opportunities for people to go to.
Okay.
So like I've been at it for a few years, and we didn't have as many teammates at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
like they were limited as far as where they could go. So camps were huge at that time. But then as more trainers have come on, people have gone here and there and stuff like that, which is good for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I really wouldn't say like there's a real limit on how many people I would want out there or that can be out there.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of open to however many people show up.
Okay. So how do you get people now? So let's say, tell me about one of the locations.
So I have a location like right next to my house, pretty much. It's a
Yep.
school in this area, and
Mm-hmm.
typically how we will get people out will either be a major promotion that we'll do
Uh-huh.
a few times a year, or it'll be through social media trying to get people out, or doing events like setting up in our grocery stores, or whatever, doing things like that.
Okay. And when you say a major promotion, what would that entail?
So like typically at the beginning of a year, all the members um, of our camp, they would have an opportunity to invite a friend out for free for the month of January. And so we'll get a lot of people out that way. And that happens a few times a year.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of orchestrating some referrals there. So you let them bring a friend for the entire month,
Right.
only on certain times.
That'll happen a few times a year,
Okay.
periodically.
Okay. And how does that work? Does that work well?
It works really well. I mean, we're hoping that, since they're being encouraged to invite somebody that they know, then there'll
Yeah.
be a higher likelihood that they will stay. Granted that it's a big numbers game. So like
Yeah.
we're shooting for like huge amounts of people. So
Mhm.
there's always this big influx of people.
Right.
And, of course we're trying to keep as many as we can.
Yes.
And, sometimes I found that there's so many people that it's hard to like really get to as many as you want to.
Uh-huh.
And so like I'm finding that there's a kind of a magic number in there when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to these promos where I want a lot, but I don't want too many because then that
Right.
gets
That's
annoying.
why I was kind of asking about if there are any constraints or ideal,
Yeah.
sizes. So I'm just looking at
So
what we're talking about. Like, 50 seems like a big group. Like
right,
more than that may seem unwieldy. Yeah.
right. So I'm thinking like if we're talking about a promo and we're talking about like what's an ideal
I'm
number
talking
of
about thinking in terms of a full practice. Like if
okay.
you're saying you got 5 locations, but let's
Hmm.
just think about one of them at a time because what you're doing in the others is going to be the same thing.
Right.
So what is it the same workout or they have different focuses for the different locations?
So no, as far as the
Okay, so
locations,
it's
they're all the same. As
same
far as
thing.
the weeks, yeah, as
Yeah,
far as the weeks in the cycle, the weeks have specific focus that we're working on.
right.
So like there's a 4 week cycle. Week 1 is one thing. Week 2, 3, 4. But the workouts it doesn't vary by location
Right.
necessarily.
I got you. Okay. So everybody's going to have the same experience.
Right.
They're not going to, like, one's not like kickboxing focused over here and one's not
Right.
Zumba or some,
No.
dancing to the oldies or something on the other ones. It's all
No.
the same thing. Okay.
Right.
So you're really scaling or syndicating really the same core unit,
Yeah.
which would be the
Right.
single location. And so
Right.
what I'm trying to get at is what would be the ideal optimal full practice number for that one unit? I mean,
I guess are you meaning like, because certain locations draw bigger crowds, certain locations draw smaller crowds
yeah.
because of the timing of the day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you wanting to know like what's the
Yeah,
most?
what would be ideal? Yeah. What would be
Okay.
like you would say this is ideal. This is what we've.
Okay, I guess I'll say about 30 would
Okay.
be, would do for every location that I have.
Yeah. So
About
we got
30 would be good, I guess.
150. So 150 is the target for a full roster for you, right?
Right.
That's what we would say.
As far as
Okay.
people at a particular workout at one time.
Right. So, and then how many workouts do you do at each location?
Well, each location counts as one workout.
Yes.
And that'll happen about twice a week.
Okay.
So really, I'm training about 11 hours a week.
Okay, but people are people come to the same people come to both workouts, right? You're not. It's not two different crews.
No, well, see, that's the thing. Our campers are free to go to any workout that they want to.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So they might come to all of my workouts, or they might go to me and other trainers' workouts. So they can.
Gotcha.
They're kind of going wherever they want.
Okay.
So that's why the numbers fluctuate so much.
Gotcha. Okay, and so what I'm trying to figure out then is the gap here between what you've got right now and where you want to go. So if I was saying that there were 5 locations and each location has 30 people, basically core people, that would be 150 people that are paying active members.
Right.
Okay. And is that how many current paying active members do you have across the 5 locations right now?
About 196.
Okay. So so we did our math wrong then, right? I mean, you've got so there's more.
That's what I'm trying to clarify, because
yeah,
there's a difference between the amount of people who are actually at a given camp,
yep,
compared to the amount of people who are actually, registered and paying and stuff like that. And so, if we're talking about just the dynamics of a specific hour of working out, then 30 to 40 or whatever, 50 would be the top end. Of people at an actual location.
How often do people go to other locations? Like if somebody, I was thinking, I remember this, like where I had a house in Toronto, and right around the corner from me in the park, there was somebody who's doing these boot camp workouts. And so if that's the kind of thing, like the majority of those people would, I'm assuming, be from fairly close to that location.
Right.
If that's their location, are they likely to go now to another location, 5 miles away, or what?
It depends on the timing.
Do people pretty much stick to their same time?
It depends on the timing, because if people are trying to work out multiple times in a day, for example, like I might only have a 5 a.m. class on a Monday, and if they want to work out in the evening, they'll have to go to a different location that's meeting in the evening. So it really kind of depends. Some people are just like, I just want to work out Monday morning at 5 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
And they stick to that, and it just kind of depends on the person.
Okay. All right. So now let's talk about the promotions or the strategies. So you're saying right now the top thing, or one of the things, is that you allow people to invite people for a whole month.
Right.
Okay. Now, have you ever do you ever let people like invite somebody for one workout, like to come one thing?
Yes, they're always allowed to come to one workout.
I gotcha. Okay. And so that seems like a pretty good thing to do at all times. And
Right.
how much of your new business comes from that, referred by other people? Like, so if I were to look at this and think about it as your after unit, where
Hmm.
you've got the 196 people that are paying right now, is how many of the new people that come in are brought in by referral like that?
Um, and this is just an estimate.
Hmm.
I'm gonna guess maybe like 20 or 25% or something like that.
And what's the other uh, ways that people come in?
Mainly through the promotions that we'll do.
Okay, so what would that be? Like, do you do direct mail or Facebook or?
Um, so mostly they're online uh,
Mhm,
promotions.
mhm.
Um, with that, the company will roll out the promotion. We'll
Okay.
take we'll take that and we'll go set up in different places like at stores or
Yeah.
events or races or whatever,
Uh-huh.
to sell that. So that's where the majority of people come in.
Yes.
So about 4 times a year we'll get huge influxes of people,
Mhm.
and if we're converting well, then we'll get a lot of growth from those.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And so those are those are fine and they're good.
Uh-huh.
Um, but what I was trying to focus on is like how to keep that going, when the promotions are not happening,
Yeah.
so that there's like a steady, stream of people
Sure.
coming in all the time. And
Like,
that's
I
where I've been
think
struggling.
one of the best opportunities is certainly, Facebook micro targeting,
Hmm.
where, within a 1 mile radius of where you are, where the location is,
Uh-huh.
to just constantly be doing that. Like, I would almost give it like a slice of life kind of like do a nice video of what the actual workouts look like,
Hmm.
and do like a straight to camera, like a video thing, you know, and just do it like where people are working out right behind, like you're right in the middle of it, and you're saying, hey, my name's Edwin, and we work out every morning or every, whatever, right here at the park, and want you to come on down and join us. Come join us for a free session and see what it's all about. Like
Okay.
that kind of like local, where if you have like, you know, graphics on the thing,
Right.
um, that's a cool thing, because in a lot of ways it's like, I always say this, that, and I don't know where I heard it first, but it always is like really a guiding thing for me, that my first strategy will always be along the lines of uh, this philosophy that sometimes the best way to sell a horse is with a sign that says "horse for sale."
Right.
And so it doesn't require often like big marketing, like big marketing ideas. And sometimes that simplicity is the big idea.
Right.
And if you take, a 1 mile or 2 mile radius, probably 1 mile for certain, right?
Hmm.
That somebody could literally like walk over there as their warm up for the workout. They could
Right.
walk to the park for this, or ride their bike to the park for it,
Yeah.
and do the workout and ride home. That if you're doing that, if you're saturating that area where it's almost like a, um, just letting people know, here it is, like give them a picture, videos of here's what it is, and that's almost like a live type of thing there.
Right.
Um, and that I think would be a really good experiment, because you can reach those people for so little. I almost treat it like these micro targeting and these kind of things. I look at it as postcard type of mentality, that you're
Hmm.
sending like a digital postcard to their news feed.
Right.
And yeah, and the offer would really just be like, what would you say if we were saying horse for sale on these things? Let's take that one location, like where,
Mm.
because this one location is probably in a residential area, like
Right.
surrounded by residential, and you
Right.
probably get a sense of the scope of a half a mile in every direction is or a mile in each direction is, so a 2 mile radius would be a pretty big scope of homes, right? Of
Right.
people who live there. That's your primary target audience for this,
Okay.
right? Now, if you are then even micro slicing it, is it who comes to these workouts? Is it men? Is it women? Is it um, any specific like dominant demographic?
Um, a lot of women.
Yes.
The thing about it is, men are reluctant to come out because they think, oh, it's a bunch of soccer moms or whatever.
Right.
But when they get out there, we actually convert them at a higher percentage
Yeah. So you
than women.
imagine you could do two different videos. So you're
Hmm.
sending one video, your target audience is women in this thing. So you can go by group, right? Like if you take this CAT scan uh, perspective on the 2 mile radius, and you've got one video that you do specifically for women, and you're making sure that in the video that you're showing, you're kind of highlighting the women that are working out, and they're working out and they're having a good time, and everybody's smiling and laughing and having fun, and you're there saying that same thing. Hi, I'm Edwin, and we're right here at you're live in Prospect Park or whatever the name of the park is, and we do these workouts 3 times a week or 2 times a week or every day. Or how often do you do it in that one location?
3 times a week.
So we do 3 times a week right here, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Is that how it goes?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're right here, at 5 a.m. or whatever time, and
Hmm.
um, we'd love for you to come by, download this free pass to come and join us for a workout, and that would be a really cool thing. And all you need in the body copy would be the equivalent of horse for sale, where it's um, you know uh, what's the name of the park where you are?
Oh, it's actually at a school.
Okay,
It's
school.
called Tobias.
Okay. So at the school, morning boot camp, uh, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we meet every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Join us for a free, download a free guest pass. Come see what we're um, all about. And you list like what kind of, maybe something that would be the type of workout, or the words that would be um, appealing to people, like filters, where it could be low impact or whatever. What are the words that somebody would want for to
Like all fitness levels.
all fitness
Um,
levels? Yeah,
yeah.
amplifiers, things that are going to make it feel like, yeah, that's what I want, yeah, that's what I want, yeah, that's what I want.
Okay. So my question is like, how often? And like, that's been my biggest thing. Like,
Yeah,
okay, how often should I put something on Facebook? What should I be talking about?
I think you could
Um,
almost, if you made it like a reality show, like what I would be looking at doing is I'd run that one invitation one, right? The thing where of what you've got, the horse for sale, invite
mhm.
people down. When everybody who watches the video, you're going to create a custom audience for that everybody who watches the video, now you start just retargeting them and showing them you could almost create like a reality show,
Right.
where, every week or every 2 weeks, where you're sharing and highlighting results that people are getting, right? So if
Okay.
people are reaching their goals, you celebrate that. So you're saying, hey, it's Edwin. I'm just here with Nancy, and Nancy just reached her milestone. She's lost 18 pounds since she started working out here. How do you feel, Nancy?
Yeah.
And Nancy's
That,
going, I can't believe how much fun I have here. I've tried everything to lose weight, but this getting in the other with a group of people and making it fun. And Edwin's so much, he's great. This whole thing, that whole
yeah.
type of thing that you're highlighting everything. That's I think that's good, because the reality is that it's the same people in that 2 mile radius. It's not this never ending parade of new people, right? That you've
Right.
got the opportunity to. You just need to continually let these people know that this is there for them, and
Okay.
something's going to resonate with them, right? If you start thinking about what are the types of people. And that's why the greatest thing about Facebook, when I mentioned you can have that ad for the horse for sale one for women, but you can run the same thing for guys. And if there's 2 or 3 guys that come to that workout, that you can just have the camera angles and have them where they look like it's, where it's them working out. And we're saying, hey guys, I know, nobody likes to go to the gym. You want to get outside and do stuff, and we're right around the corner from you, and we work out 3 times a week. I want you to come down and join us.
Okay.
That's a different, you have a different sort of appeal um, to the guys than you do to the girls.
Right.
And you're only showing the video. Your one audience is men 30 to 55 or whatever. And then you could have another one that's, if you have people who are older than that, you could have one for that older audience, so everybody feels like this is me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good, man.
And that way you've got that whole thing, I think
Uh-huh.
that way you've got the really specific approach to each of the audiences within that geographic area there, and then you
Right.
can kind of just model that and do it around each of the locations.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. That's good. All right. So then, once I've gotten my Facebook stuff going, uh, and I'm pretty regular with that,
Yeah.
are there any other things that you would do? Because I've always thought about, oh well, maybe I can mail stuff to them or whatever. But
Yeah, of course. Well,
I'm
certainly you
pretty
could
sure
do that too.
that might be kind of cost prohibitive right now.
Well,
Um,
I mean,
but I don't know. I've never tried it, so you tell me.
right. Well, how much does it cost to be part of the boot camp?
It's between $69 to $99,
Um,
based on how long your commitment is.
uh-huh. So most people are paying how much?
Most are paying the middle ground, 79.
79 a month
Right.
and how long do they stay typically?
That's
What's the
for a year.
lifetime value?
Whoa. Oh, so that contract is for a year. Those people typically stay, on average about 18 months or so.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. So you've got $1,500 for is a lifetime value of one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you look at that though, that's just on that one person. And
Right.
so let's look at that. Would you, if you were to say, and we could test this, because there might be in a 2 mile radius, there might be 3,000 homes probably in that broad of a area, I would guess.
Uh-huh.
But if you were to test like the closest homes, a thousand homes in that area and send out, that would cost, probably $500 to send out. Those you could do it probably a little bit less with EDM, but you're broadcasting a little bit more. But you could pick the right people. You can target your list a little bit with the targeted direct mail. So you could send to women. What's the right age range for you? What's your ideal range?
I guess it's right there about 25 to 45. I guess that'll be the highest amount of people.
So there you go. So 25, you can select out just women 25 to 45 and send a postcard that is a free, an invitation. They can use this postcard as their free pass, right, to come to the workout. And it's like an invitation for you could put a specific date range on it, for that month, whatever. And that, what we've done, this is an interesting innovation that I've just kind of been using the Facebook for, is we're doing that same thing for realtors, where we're mailing postcards into an area with our getting listings postcards. And then we're also doing a video and we're doing micro targeting, targeting down to a specific named community of 850 homes, right? So we're only targeting those 850 homes. And so we had Diane, our realtor, go out front of the gate, the entrance to the community. And she's saying, "Hi, this is Diane Lightsey reporting live from Lake Ashton. And by now, you either have seen this postcard in your mailbox or you've seen this sign come across your newsfeed talking about how you can get the free December or November 2018 report on Lake Ashton house prices. And let me tell you a little bit what's going on in Lake Ashton," and just giving them the overview. And if you're curious about what your house is worth, you can just press this learn more button and I'll send you this report. And it shows, the whole thing. So it's amplifying the arrival of the postcard in their mailbox.
Right.
So if you did that same thing, you're sending the postcards and then you're doing a video and you're holding the postcard and you're saying, "Hey, it's Edwin. I'm the guy that sent you this postcard to invite you to come down to the workout here." There's something about when, and it's almost like we make it look like a news report, like we use the lower thirds and the thing, Lake Ashton breaking news, and the if you saw that on TV, something that you recognize, you're going to pay attention to that, right? Because it's local, it's relevant. So if they know that school and there you are reporting live, "Hey, that's right around the corner."
Right.
That's going to have a good, that'll have a good impact,
No, that's good, man. Yeah, that's good. I'm just trying to process all this stuff. If it's not right in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, the good thing is you can listen to this again and again, right? So that's the thing. We even transcribe it, so you'll get the transcript. Now, the all of that, when you look at it, that if you spend, $600, let's say, to send 1,000 postcards like that, and you spend $20, we just spent $20 to boost that, to amplify that arrival of the postcard. And we generated, so just last week we did this, we ended up with 9 leads for $20. So $2.20 each for the leads. And so it's a pretty good little considering you're spending, we spent that $600 to deliver the 1,000 postcards to the neighborhood. The $20 to do the ad as an amplifier was really a good investment,
Right.
And so that really is something you can test and have a really good indication of what's going to work, because that's a pretty low cost way to test a very targeted audience.
Yeah.
And you're just looking at it that if the lifetime value of them is $1,500, that's only their lifetime value, right? So that's not including that if you have an orchestrated way of tracking and getting them to multiply themselves, what if each of them multiplied into 2 new people over that 18 months?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how you really have to start. That's really how you have to start thinking about it. I mean, it's happening already. 25%, you said, of the people who come in are introduced by somebody else. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
It's just a way of orchestrating it, and the referral. I think if you really, what I would be looking at is measuring for yourself what your return on relationship is. I don't know whether you've ever heard me talk about that, but right now, the asset that you have, I would say that the way I would break your business into its before, during, and after unit components is that the before unit is everything we're doing. That would be those Facebook ads, the postcards, the promotions, everything you're doing to get a new person to come to their first boot camp. Okay. Then the during unit would be everything from the moment they arrive to, getting them involved, getting them signed up, making sure that they are now, after they, have paid their second month kind of thing. I think we would then put them into your after unit. And where they're now ongoing for 18 months or longer, hopefully, right?
Right.
And so the metrics that I would be looking for are the return on relationship. Like if you have, of all the people that you have that are, actively paying right now, that are longer, that have been there longer than 2 months, that would be the core of your after unit. Plus, additionally, people who have been there for more than 2 months, but then stopped. People who left, but because often you see people cycle in and out, right? They may come back, right? So those kind of people, alumni, we'll call them, right? Or, resting members. Not past members, but resting members. That portfolio, what we want to look at is what is the return on that relationship, right? So what of all of the people that come in, how many people were introduced by that? If you've got 196 people right now, let's say that 150 of them are after unit people who have been in for at least 2 months already. That's probably pretty accurate. But if you look at that, what we're looking for is how many people on a monthly basis and certainly on an annual basis are those people referring, right? So I would measure those introductions.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Because now you're looking at how can you orchestrate them, right? So when you look at it, if it's only during the promotions period that you really kind of, encourage people to do that, there's, I think, some lost opportunity in between all of that. That if you're really presencing all of the things
What's
to
that?
really high, if you're really presencing all of the types of conversations that they're going to be in where this might come up, there's going to be an opportunity for them to orchestrate more referrals,
Right, right. I think I read one of your emails that was talking a little bit about that
Yeah.
recently. Okay.
Because when you look at it, right, all referrals happen as a result of conversation.
Right.
So these ladies or guys are going to be in a conversation that is somehow either overtly or indirectly, peripherally related to working out, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's working out specifically, or whether it's sleep problems, uh, or low energy, or you know
Hmm.
aches and pain, those kind of things, like really the things that go around with aging, or all of those things. If you're presencing all of that, and you have maybe all these tools for people, right? If you're saying, because you've got this captive audience of maybe once a week, you said to people, hey, just a quick note before we wrap up, if you hear someone talking about, you know, feeling low energy, I've got this new report here called, whatever it is, all day energy or something like that you can give them. Just text me or call me. I'll get you a copy to give them.
Right.
You're presencing the conversations that they could have, right? And in along with it, when they text you or when they call you to get that report, that they can, or a book is even the better thing. If they got that, then every time somebody gets a book along with it, they get an invitation to come to your boot camps.
I'm glad you brought that up. So, I had an idea, and it's been done plenty, but I always see the things where, yeah, get this free ebook if you give me
Yeah,
your email and stuff like that.
yeah,
And so, like, I've been wanting to write just kind of like a little, how to choose a personal trainer, or how to choose a workout program, or something
hmm
like that.
hmm
To do the same thing that, Joe's free recorded message, that kind of
yeah,
stuff. Been
right,
trying to do that, and I've been trying to figure out how I can do that, and then, basically do what you're saying, give people something that's going to be helpful,
yeah.
to educate them or whatever, and whether they choose me or not, they're still benefiting somehow, and at least I got their contact information.
Right.
Um, so I wanted to run that by you and see
Okay.
kind of what your thoughts were on that.
So my thoughts are that the how to choose a personal trainer is convincing. It's front end loaded, right? Like, it's
Hmm.
really here's 7 reasons to choose me, right? That's really
Well,
what it
no, I mean,
comes out to be.
cause like what Joe was talking about,
Yeah.
you know, I just want them to make a good choice
Yeah,
about,
absolutely.
who they choose to clean their carpets, that kind of thing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm trying to have that perspective with it,
Yeah.
because chances are they might not choose me, but if I can help them, figure out what they need, which,
Mm-hmm.
because what we do is not necessarily for everybody.
Right.
And so not everybody should choose to work out with us in that case. But I want to be the one that's saying, I guess, like you're like I've heard, just you want to be on their mind.
Mm-hmm.
When they think about this, they think about you, that kind of thing. That's what I'm going for.
I get it. And so there's a place for it in lead conversion. But as
Okay.
far as lead generation, right? I
Mm-hmm.
want to focus on, that's why it's more cheese, less whiskers, right? I want to
Okay.
focus on what's the cheese that they really want. So if you're addressing the thing of, let's say, energy,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or sleep, or whatever. What are the things that would be the kind of presenting complaints that people have that lead them to signing up for a boot camp?
Weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
I'm weak. I
Weight
need more
loss,
energy.
fatigue,
Yeah.
energy. So weight loss or fatigue, energy, sleep, those kind of things, right? Where are the problems that people have that this is the solution for, right? But if there's a way that you can address those things that are, really easy for people to consume in a way, so it's not choose a personal trainer, it's try these 6 things for all day energy.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now, if they're saying I want energy, now along with that, now you've got a visible prospect. That's all I'm looking for. It's the difference between Profit Activator 2 and Profit Activator 3, right? Profit Activator 2 is compel somebody to raise their hand. And what compels people more than anything is self-interest and the thing that they want, the cheese. What they want is more energy. What the solution is to work out with a personal trainer or come to a boot camp, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And so you're meeting them where they are, which is the cheese. They want this cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so if you laid down 2 books in front of somebody and one book was called, 6 Secrets to All Day Energy or How to Choose a Personal Trainer, which one seems like more the solution that they're looking for,
Man, I'm biased, so.
I know, exactly. I know that that's the way, but I'm just saying, like, it's Oreos and broccoli,
Right.
Yeah, they want the thing. They want it, but the answer is the broccoli.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Okay. No, that's good. And I mean, I like that. Figuring out what the problem is.
Yeah.
And answering the question, how can we be that solution? But
yes.
So, okay, that's good.
Yeah. And now there's the thing is that really then goes into that now you're really addressing the holistic approach to everything, right? Like you're really talking about the end results that people really want, which is they want to look better in their clothes. They want to feel thin or fit. They want to feel strong. They don't want to be tired. They want to get great sleep. All of the things that are the benefits of regular workouts, right?
Right.
And so you're doing that, but now there's also then the opportunity to, help them along the way with that. Like, I don't know what you do nutrition wise or how much, if you're doing some educating with people during the workouts or after the workouts or in addition to the workouts. Is there some, because that you can't out exercise a bad diet, right? So how are you addressing that in the in this way? And is there, who else could be, when we start looking now in your that universe, who else are the people who are aligned with you in that, in that goal of living a healthy, happy lifestyle?
Right.
Like who are there? Nutritionists? Are there health food stores? Are there Is there a particular, like an independent um, um, produce store? Um, like or a butcher, or the people who you can be the center of, the mayor of these, this little 2 mile um, radius here,
Right. Right.
to introduce all of those people are thinking the same thing. Somewhere there's a butcher, right? An independent butcher thinking, how can I reach more people, right? And if
Right.
you positioning it as like the choice, where they could make an argument, I think you could really go that rather than a supermarket that getting, meat, high quality protein from an independent butcher is going to be a pretty good, if somebody is that way, that they could package up specific cuts or programs or things for people who want to eat a great diet,
Yeah.
and you get to be the mayor of that whole village. That's what Profit Activator 7 is about, nurturing lifetime relationships with your clients.
Mm.
That all the things, what else are they going to need to really embrace this lifestyle? You're one sliver of it, right? The workout is one sliver. There's so much more in terms of all the things that they're going to need, whether it's massage or chiropractic or acupuncture or all the like health related things, supplements,
Right.
vitamins, protein, produce.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. And you thought we were just going to talk about a mailing or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
No, I was hoping like for different ideas and different ways of approaching
yeah.
that space, because I'll listen to you guys and I'll be like, man, that sounds so cool, but how do I do it over here?
Right.
And so like that's why I wanted to talk to you so bad, just to see how I can do that as just like one person,
Yeah.
knowing that there's other things going on around us.
Uh-huh.
Like
Uh-huh.
like I said, there are other teammates and
Yeah.
they have their own areas, but like, how can we, you know, figure
Yeah.
out how, if I could dominate this 1 mile around
Right.
each of my spaces,
Yeah.
then, I'd be doing well. And the same thing for
Absolutely.
everybody else. So
Yes.
yeah, I was hoping for more of that.
Yes. So that's awesome. So what probably a good time to kind of recap what review here what you heard, and what we could build a little action plan for you here.
Okay. So you want me to tell you what I heard?
Yeah. I want you to, like,
Okay.
how did all this land? What do you think that that's
So,
the things out of it?
the whole 1 mile radius was
Yes.
helpful, because that really shrinks down, where I even need to be spending a lot of my time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's helpful. I know the neighborhoods around my locations, and so that helps me to just stay focused right there. Um, I like the live video uh, ideas, though I hate being on camera. But I like the idea of, when there's a celebration, somebody hit a milestone,
Yes.
or those kind of things, and doing those live,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
as well as like, periodically doing the, hey, this is what we're doing kind of video,
Yeah.
and targeting those neighborhoods or whatever.
Yeah.
I like that. Um, and then thinking kind of a little bit down the road as far as the mailers, because I want to kind of think through that a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I think I would at some point want to do some mailing.
Uh-huh.
And again, just in that 1 mile space. And I feel like that would be, kind of saturating that area instead of trying to go all across town
Right.
and, hit as many people as I can or whatever, just staying like right there in that specific space. And then really trying to measure, those relationships where, I got somebody new. Can I capitalize on their excitement about, just starting a new program and having them refer somebody? And then the same thing with each referral. That's kind of where it breaks down. I might get one and they might refer one more person or whatever. And then keeping track of, that new person, seeing if they can get one more person and that kind of stuff. So just really kind of tracking that better for myself.
Do you have a CRM that has referral tracking that you can see like a family tree of everybody?
Not so much. The extent right now is I can, if a new person comes out, we can see who immediately referred them. But it doesn't necessarily go past that. Okay.
So I'm going to say, like, if you would check out gogoclients.com, because that's like the CRM that has referral tree tracking, so you can see and the lifetime value of somebody. So it's kind of cool when it gets like 3 or 4 levels deep that you can see that this person was referred, has referred 3 people, but they were referred by 2 people up, and that's really a cool function for organizing everything like that. Really looking at your system. So and it's got all the autoresponders and landing pages and all the things that you would need for that, for doing the postcards and offering the books and doing all of the stuff where people can even text their email to get the things. So that's my program, and it's designed specifically for that before, during, after model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
But that's a tool that you can use, because one of the things that might be cool for you is if you start looking at that 1 mile like it's the only, that 1 or 2 miles. If you think, I think probably 2 miles is, because that's from the center, from where the school is. 1 mile in each direction would be a 2 mile total radius, right? Yeah. So that seems like that would be the perfect size sort of thing. So everybody who's a mile away from this is from a 360 degree perspective. That will be really very valuable too, is to take the data, like the addresses, the names of your existing clients, and create a Google map layer that drops a pin where they live. So you've got, so you could see the penetration. And when somebody is responding or asks for one of the books, you can say, hey, your neighbor's with Mary. Mary's one of our, comes down to the boot camps.
I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's why you're here. There you go. You learn something new every day.
That is why I'm here.
Yeah, but if you have their name and their address, you can export that file and then create a custom Google map layer that drops a pin, and you could see that whole mile radius and see where everybody is. It's pretty neat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty neat. That's helpful. That sounds helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
all
good,
right,
man.
Well, I think we got an action plan for you for sure.
Yeah.
I think when you listen again, you're going to hear it. You'll hear it differently, because I know your brain was racing as you're listening to it too.
Oh, I was writing
hard
down.
to take. Hard to take it all in, but there you go.
But that's really helpful, man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me.
Awesome. Very exciting. Thanks for coming on.
No problem, man. You have a good one.
Thanks, Edwin. You too. Bye-bye.
All right.
And there we have it. Another great episode. I always enjoy the conversations when we get to cover all of the bases, when we get to talk about, the before unit and narrowing your focus and really just constraining to that 2-mile radius for any local business, really, is really something. We're in the golden age of target marketing, where we can now with Facebook speak only to the people that we really want to speak to. And we can target a message that is specifically for them, whether it's men, whether it's women, whether it's an age, whatever it is. Being able to target your message makes a huge difference. So I'm very excited that we got to have that conversation. And if you want to see how the 8 profit activators really are working in your business right now, then just go to profitactivatorscore.com and try our Profit Activator scorecard. It'll give you a good overview of the mindsets of each of the 8 profit activators and give you a good indication of where the strengths are for your business right now and where the weaknesses are. So where you have the best opportunity. So try that out right now, profitactivatorscore.com. And if you'd like to be a guest on the show, we could talk about your business, go to morecheeselesswhiskers.com. You can download a copy of the More Cheese Less Whiskers book. And if you click on the Be a Guest link, that will take you to an area where you can tell me a little bit about your business. And then maybe we can get together and hatch some evil schemes for you. That's it for this week. Have a great week, and I will talk to you next time.